Hi actors, Wendy Alane, Wright, talent manager at WAW Entertainment in Los Angeles, California. And one of the things I want to talk to you about today is a huge mistake that actors make while they're auditioning in the audition room. Huge mistake. And that is racing through the material like you've got somewhere else you got to go. And the reason that happens is insecurity. So what I want to give you as a tip today, as an advice, is to slow down. When you look at the audition as an opportunity to act that role, maybe the only opportunity you will ever have to act that role, because you may or may not get the job. Most likely you'll not get it, but you might get it. But the point is, you have to think of it like, I'm going into the audition room to make a connection with the casting director. I'm going there to book the room. I'm going in there to show them that I'm amazing, that I am prepared, that I'm a professional, and I know what I'm doing, and I have got an amazing character for them to see. And you portray that character in that audition like you're on stage doing that scene for a live audience, and that's the only night you're doing it, and you may never do it again. And you give it everything you've got with confidence and have fun doing it and just be amazing, as if that's the only performance of that piece you will ever give. And when you come from that position, you don't expect anything afterwards. That was it. You just performed that piece, and you were fantastic at it. You were magnificent. You have to look at every audition like that is you've been hired for the job. And the job is to go in and do that piece during that 3 minutes, and they're paying you for that, and you're done. As if you've already booked the job, as if that's your job. You have to go in with that confidence that that's your role, that's your part, and here you're doing it. You've been paid for it already. This is my presentation. This is my greatness. This is what I'm adding to the role. This is how I see the character. This is what I think the character's about. And then you leave it there in the room, and you move on, you go. In order to have that kind of confidence, you've got to create that kind of mindset that you are not approaching auditions with a needy, anxious, desperate attempt to try to win over a casting director that please let them see that you should get this role. Whenever any actor goes into a room with that kind of thinking, they don't book the role. So your job as an actor is to be confident and present your audition like it's the finished piece, like it's a piece that you've already been hired to do. And the reason why you don't do that is because you're usually racked with some sort of fear about whether you are good enough or whether or not you deserve to have this opportunity. And everybody struggles with that, but that your job as an actor is to clean up what's going on in your head so that it doesn't interfere with your process when you are performing in front of casting directors or directors or producers or writers or whoever, wherever, whether it's theater, film, television. So in order to do that, you've got to do some work on your belief system. And I want you to understand that everybody is valuable. Every single person that is born into this planet is valuable. You are deserving. You are welcome here. You're wanted. You are part of the greater good. And yes, you may have had parents who didn't treat you right, or kids who didn't treat you right, or experiences that weren't pleasant. But that doesn't mean you're not deserving, and it doesn't mean you're not valuable and worthy and have something amazing to offer and something incredible to give. Not everybody's born into a family that knows how to love. And that saddens me, but that doesn't mean you are not valuable. Not everybody is born into a family, a life that is privileged, that it has, everything that they need. Not everybody is attended to. Not everybody is treated kindly, but that doesn't mean that you are not valuable and deserving and amazing and wonderful. You've got to learn the distinction between circumstance and your being. You are not your circumstance. You are not other people's circumstances. You are not other people's behavior. You are you, a separate entity, an individual that came into the planet, individual of everything else. And your value is in that. Your value is in your existence. You are created by God. You are created in perfection. You are created with skills and talents and gifts, and they are in your being. You are born with them, and you train them, you hone them, you develop them. That's your job. And you nurture yourself and love yourself and give yourself support and boost yourself up and push yourself forward and make yourself keep going to achieve what you want to achieve. You have to do that for yourself, because most of the time no one else is going to do that for you. Not everybody gets lucky to have parents in show business who know the ropes already and are like, come on, I'll help you. Not everybody has families who understand the business and are encouraging. Some are like, why would you do that to yourself? Go for the business. Be a doctor, be a teacher, be something you can count on. Some people are like, you're never going to be a success. You're a loser. Some parents are evil, and that is not your fault. Some parents are so badly affected by their own experience on this planet that they don't have the love to give, and they are negative and evil and angry and hateful and abusive verbally, physically, emotionally, but that doesn't affect your value. And you've got to make the distinction, because you are still, listen, let's take a rose. This is going to seem like a really, trivial. I'm taking a rose. A rose is a seed. It has potential to be a rose. It blooms, it blossoms, it becomes a rose. It's magnificent. Someone walks by and rips all its things off. That doesn't make the rose anything less than it was. How do I explain this? I could spit on that rose. I could call that rose names. I could say that rose is a piece of crap and it's the ugliest flower in the thing. But the rose is still the rose. You can't change the fundamental core of the rose. No matter how much you spit on it, step on it, criticize it, talk badly to it, make fun of it. The bottom line is that rose is still a rose. It is still created to be a rose. It may get destroyed. That's why it's kind of a hard analogy, but the rose plant is going to drop more seeds and it's going to build more roses, and you can't stop that process because a rose is a rose. Your job is not to let the negative comments, the mistreatment, the things that have disappointed you in life, the people that have hurt you in life, make you believe that you're not a rose. You can't allow that to decimate your belief in who you are. You can't allow that to blind you as to your value. If you believe that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, that you don't deserve greatness, that you are not worthy, you will carry that energy everywhere you go. And people will feel it. They'll be turned off by it. They won't give you those opportunities, because we are a self-fulfilling prophecy. We create what we think. So it is your job as a human being, not just an actor, as a human being, to separate yourself and your value from the events that have happened in your life, from the people's behavior in your life and the way you felt about them, and not internalize their opinions about you. You are not other people's opinions. You are not other people's limitations. You are a divine spark of amazing creative energy that is born as you, that will never be replaced, that can never be repeated, that is one of a kind, truly divine, magnificent, beautiful, qualified, talented, creative, powerful, spectacular, amazing, worthy, and you have the right to fulfill your desires, your dreams, your potential, your capability. You have the right and you have the responsibility to yourself to overcome all obstacles, to ignore all naysayers, to express your full potential, your full capacity, your capability, your magnificence. And you can do it, and you need to do it, and that is your purpose in life, to become who you are meant to be. Forget about everybody else. You gotta be real focused in life. You gotta get clear about who you are. Write down every good thing about you. Have a couple of friends write down every good thing about you, everything they love about you, and post that on your mirror. Have any single person around you, a teacher, a family member, a friend, a person in one of your classes, a neighbor, someone in one of your groups, and anybody. Have them write down 5 or 10 or 20 or every good thing they can think of about you. And then put all those lists together into one big list and post it on your mirror in the bathroom. And every single day, look at yourself and look at that list. Read through that list. Look at all the things that other people see in you, because the limitations that you have for yourself are all created by you. You've got to not be creating your own limitations. You cannot be your worst enemy. You have to be your best friend. You have to love yourself. And that's the saying about loving yourself before you can love other people. You have to love yourself, because when you're healthy and you love yourself and you're taking care of yourself, you come from a healthy, loving place where you can actually give healthy, positive things to other people. But that's another discussion. I digress. I'm just telling you, love yourself, become your best friend. I took a client into the studio last week to sing do an audition tape for a Broadway show. And she was a 9-year-old girl. She's beautiful. She sang so magnificently. And she started criticizing herself. And her mother said to her, "Don't be mean to Gracie. Don't be mean to Gracie. Gracie shouldn't be mean to Gracie." And I thought, wow, that kid's really lucky to have a parent who's teaching her not to be mean to herself, to love herself, support herself, and tell herself, good, I did great. I'm good enough. I deserve this. I'm great. I'm doing my best. I'm awesome. I can do this. I believe in myself. I'm going to be good to myself. Not all of us have been blessed with someone like that. You might not have been. That's okay. You have to do that for yourself. Only you are inside your head. Only you can program your thoughts. Only you can reprogram your thoughts to something more positive. So take initiative and take responsibility for your own being on this planet. You are not the victim. You are the survivor, the winner. And be your own best friend. And I will talk to you later.